What if I told you that Mangal dosh really isn't the biggest problem? There are other things to look at as well. There are other planets which could be as problematic, if not more, than having a Mangal dosh. Well, not problematic, but yes, there are definitely other things as well which a person should be aware of. Namaste, I'm Chandramukhi and welcome to Astro Saraswat. Today we are going to discuss about the other separative planets which are there in the chart. Now, astrologically speaking, there are certain planets, namely Sun, Mars, Saturn, and Rahu, which are considered to be separative planets. What it means is that they have the nature to separate people, basically separate the native from that part of life which is being discussed in a particular house in the chart, right? So we are talking about relationships, about marriage. So that brings in the seventh house of the chart. It's not just Mangal. If you have Mars, so Mars of course makes you Mangal, but besides that, if you have Sun, Rahu, and Saturn, those are also planets which, when placed in the seventh house or aspecting the seventh house, will create separative situations, which means it could create potential relationship problems where a person in the worst case scenario can separate from their partner. So that is very important to understand. It is not just Mars. All of these planets have a separative effect. Now let us look at them individually. For example, let's talk about the Sun. The Sun, according to Vedic astrology, is considered to be a malefic planet. What that means is that because of the heat of the Sun and because of the nature that Sun brings about, it can create certain challenging situations in the relationship. Primarily over here, we are looking at ego issues, right? Ego issues, control issues. Both the partners will be egoistic, right? They might not want to bend down. If they have a fight, neither one of them wants to take the initiative to say sorry, to apologize. And that in itself can lead to relationship issues, right? So it is not wise to ignore these planets either. We have to be mindful of them, right? So that is the Sun. Ego issues, also the desire to control, the thought that they are always right, they are the boss, the desire to be the boss, right? That is a major issue. Now talking about Saturn. So what does Saturn mean? Saturn is also a separative planet. And what that means is that the person might be cold towards their partner, or rather the partner would be cold towards the person in whose chart such a combination is present. So that also brings, a sense of separation. So even though you are in a relationship, you feel distant, you feel disconnected, you feel like there is not enough emotional connect over there because of the Saturn. You're together and yet you feel like you're a loner. That sort of a situation comes when Saturn is in the seventh house or is aspecting the seventh house. Then we have Rahu. Rahu brings illusion. It makes a small thing into a huge big thing. It makes an ant-sized problem into a mountain. That is what Rahu does. Now, obviously, if one of the partners is going to make a tiny little issue into a big issue all the time, then that is going to be a serious problem as well. So, we need to understand that it is not just this Mangal dosh, but rather there are certain planets, when they are posited in the seventh house or when they are aspecting the seventh house, there will be certain challenges. So what does it mean? Does it mean that the person who has these combinations in chart is just going to get divorced or is not going to have a happy married life? Well, not really. See, that is very important to understand. Our consciousness matters as well. In a previous video, if you haven't seen, you can go and check it out. I'm talking about the different kind of karmas. We have Drida karma, Adrida karma, Drida Adrida karma. Certain things are fixed. And then there are things where our current actions are also going to play a role, right? So It is fixed that there are going to be ego clashes if there is Sun in the 7th house. Yet, however, this planet Sun also represents loyalty. So, the person is going to be very loyal. So, that's a good quality. So, it depends on what do we want to focus. Being happy and having a lasting relationship is very much a choice. So we have to harness the positive qualities of the planet which is present in the 7th house and be mindful about the challenges which are going to occur. That is why astrology is called Jyotish. It is already throwing light and telling you what could be the potential challenges which a person is going to face in their life, right, in their relationship. So rather than going into the dark and just, figuring out the way, you go into the relationship with clarity and with the purpose of making things work, and they definitely can. So Sun brings loyalty. So if you're loyal to each other, and if both the partners make it a point to put aside their ego whenever it comes to resolving relationship issues, the relationship can be wonderful because they are very responsible, they are very loyal towards each other. So the choice is ours. What do we want to choose? What do we want to harness out of that planet? What do we want? That really matters. Now, for example, Saturn. It brings a certain amount of disconnect. It brings emotional coldness. At the same time, it brings stability. It brings long lastedness. There is this slow moving nature of Saturn. So if you are okay with the relationship being calm and peaceful and not all the time excited, and not full of being on the 7th cloud and, 7th sky and just enjoying. If you're okay with a peaceful, calm relationship, Saturn can bring that long lasting relationship actually, really. And at the same time, Saturn brings maturity. So acting with maturity, dealing with each other with maturity, feeling responsible towards each other, genuinely feeling responsible for the other person's happiness and satisfaction as well. If you do that, then even though you have Saturn in the 7th house, you can still make it work out and have a very grounded, a very calm and peaceful and sustainable kind of a marriage. It is very much possible. It depends on how do you want to deal with it. Same way, if you have Rahu in the 7th house, then also instead of blowing problems out of proportion, blow the love out of proportion. Rahu means obsession. Rahu means illusion. So be obsessively in love with each other rather than obsessing over the problems. There is always a choice and there is always a solution to a problem. So let us remember that Mangal Dosh is not the only thing. There are other planets also which affect the 7th house, but there's a solution to every problem and our mindset really matters. But what does astrology help us with? Astrology helps us with being informed about what is there. Tamso ma Jyotirgamaya, to be informed, to be enlightened about what is there in your chart and to plan things out and to deal with things in life accordingly. That is how you deal with it. Yes, there are also remedies, of course, for having Saturn or Rahu or Sun in the 7th house. There are always remedies which you can do, but the biggest remedy always, I would say, is changing your mindset and making positive changes in your personality and putting in effort in the relationship. That is the best remedy, but doing so in the right direction. You're putting effort but in the wrong direction. There's no point of that, right? So understanding your chart is very important, and then putting effort into the right direction is always going to prove to be extremely helpful. In case if you do not know where are these planets in your chart, whether you have any of these planets in your 7th house or not, do visit www.astrosaraswat.com and book a consultation and we can discuss your chart in full detail. Thank you. Namaste.